How you doing, YouTube? This is AD, aka AD Beats LV. Gonna do a reaction on Nipsey Hussle, Diddy, Lauren London. Diddy. Diddy. As you know, he's been going through a lot of stuff, man. Allegations from Cassie, things of that nature. So I've been following it, pretty much this whole time, all this content and stuff about it, and I have my perspective on it as well. I watched this guy's video. What's his name? Chill Murray. Chill Murray, shouts out to you. Good video. Actually, my wife sent it to me. She found it. And it's a really, really good content. I'm just going to interject, react. And, everybody has their own perspective of what happened. But let's check this video out. I'll put his link in the description. If you can press like, subscribe. If you dig in the content, I surely appreciate it. So let's get into it.
I think it's time we remind everybody.
With the late great Nip, long live Nip. It's like, yo, man, I want you to mentor me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it in Wikipedia. Somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album. And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, yo, I'm a big fan of like Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got like that vibe, but I'm bringing like...
So, Diddy was not just a part of one record. I thought initially he was just a part of one record. When I first got the album, I thought he was just on Young Niggas and he had...
You know what? So did I. When I first realized and he did an interview and said Diddy helped him out on one of the records, I assumed the same thing, like he just helped him out on that particular record, help him enhance it or whatever. But yeah, let's go.
He had just produced Young Niggas and, threw his little sprinkle along the way as far as help would be concerned, right? Musically. Being naive at things, right? So, I thought about it. I said, okay. Lauren London's sister, Miss Clark, right? So that would mean that there's access to Diddy in some way, right? But that wasn't necessarily where the access came from. I was actually wrong. So, as you heard, Nipsey came to Diddy wanting help on the album, right? But how did he gain that access to Diddy? Well, we'll let Nipsey tell you.
What kind of conversations did you and Diddy have? Because you and Diddy formed a relationship, I assume through Lauren London and Cassie. And...
Yeah. Bug threw me the...
I did not like how she tried to subtly giggle right there. You and Diddy formed a relationship.
You know.
Oh, you hooked you up with Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but...
Notice the subtle stutter right there in between conversation of things. Oh, Puff introduced you to Lauren? Oh, no, wait, no he didn't. Or did he? Or did he?
It was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
Stuff.
At whose birthday? You heard it. we were at Cassie's birthday. They were at Cassie's birthday party.
And yeah, that's interesting too, because I never knew, excuse me, I never knew Lauren London and Cassie were like really, really good friends. Like I never had any clue of that, you know. So Lauren London probably was around when all that stuff, all them allegations was going on. You know, Lauren had front seat, front center to all that. So that's pretty interesting that I found out recently.
So evidently, this was still around the time that Cassie was with Diddy. We can confirm that now. Of when him and Diddy spoke. Also, this is around the time of the said freak-offs are going on. Correct? Now, how, we need to ask ourselves, how does Lauren London introduce him with Cassie and Diddy? Number 2, how does one end up at Cassie's birthday party at such a prestige event? Right? We're only 24 seconds in. So, I would like for you guys to understand, real quick, on just how close Lauren London and Cassie are.
She my ride or die.
That's right. Best fucking friends.
Wow.
Lauren London
never knew
and
that.
Cassie were besties.
It's crazy.
Or,
Whoa,
how should I
look at
say,
this.
still are.
Whoa.
But
Wait a
how
minute.
many knew this?
That's crazy, right? You see the one with the shaved head? It's like, whoa. She was around for that issue too. With the shaved head. That's crazy.
How many knew that Lauren London and Cassie were best friends? Some would say, oh, they just did a movie together. No, it goes beyond that. It goes far beyond them just, you know, being in a movie together. They were everywhere together. Partying together, being at Diddy's house together. And you know what happens at Diddy's house, don't you? I mean, Cassie herself has told you what happens at Diddy's house, hasn't she? Look at Diddy's house there. Oh.
Whoa, right there.
Look who else is at Diddy's house.
And that's crazy right there. It kind of looks like that's when she had the shaved head. So, and they looked like they were all tight and close. I actually have some clips that I already have queued up. And it's the story with the young jock. You guys probably have seen it. This is for fair use. Vlad TV. Hopefully you guys don't strike me. Here's a clip of young jock telling the story about how Cassie shaved, I think it was the left side of her head, maybe the right. I think it was the right.
Kicking it, shit. I'm like, damn, this what's up. The nigga Puff is on the goddamn, he on the shit, the bar where everybody perform at in front of the DJ and shit. And he going crazy. This bitch lit. You remember Scarface when that white woman was coming down the escalator?
Yep.
And he was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife and was like this. I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, I'm like, what the fuck kind of request is that? Like, so when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie, I was like, well, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do. I was like, well, you make sure you send me a picture before you do that shit. So within like 2-3 days, she sent me a picture. I'm like, she done shaved her motherfucking head.
Wow. All right, let's get back to the main video. That's crazy, right? That just shows, you know, sometimes you might have that control over somebody and they'll pretty much do whatever you want, you know. But it's unfortunate if all that stuff happened to Cassie. You know, my heart goes out to her, you know. And apparently it's true. He paid her a lot of money to not proceed on with the lawsuit. So let's keep it rolling.
And a very drunk Cassie in the middle. With Miss Lauren London on the side, huh? And if I didn't know any better, this is before these two were together. How you know? Because Nipsey is on the far left side of Lauren.
Yeah, I kind of beg to differ. I think they were probably just starting to date because that's early on. It looks like Nip. I know he's got his hair put up, but it was before his hair started really getting long. And then you could see, you know, Cassie's hair, or, you know, it's kind of like not long. Look like it's still shaved and everything. But I think they probably were together. They probably weren't like living together at that point. It's probably early on in their relationship. But that's interesting how, you know, Nip, he was around when all this stuff was going on with Cassie. So that just shows, like, in the entertainment business, a lot of stuff can be going on behind the scenes that a lot of different celebs know about. But of course, you know, they don't say anything. But it's just crazy. I just never would have thought that Nip would be around
Lauren. And Cassie is in the middle. Coinciding, huh? So this is obviously prior to those two dating or coming out confirming that they were dating. So now you have to ask yourselves, how exactly did Lauren London end up with Nipsey Hussle? A lot of people have already confirmed and said that they were childhood friends, that they knew each other from equal partners in LA, that they were always friends. That part of the story can be true.
Well, let's go ahead and confirm the story of how they met. I pulled up another clip for that too. Let's go. Let's play this one first.
The script, man.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm
Get
saying?
it. At a
Man,
red
I
light.
had done an interview years ago when I first came in the game, and I said, I'm going to get that girl. You know what I mean? And
Damn.
so,
And then
you know,
how long from there?
that was probably like 09.
Hey,
The little Lauren London girl got it. She on that. She A1.
Talk about Lauren. Why? What's going on with that?
Really? I think after that little ATL shit came out, she just had a good look. She was looking kind of fly in the little beach scene, the little pool scene, you know, with the lip gloss popping and all that, you know.
I stick to the script, man.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm
Get
saying?
it. At a
Man,
red
I
light.
had done an interview years ago when I first came in the
All right, so let's go to this one.
Gotta ask you, man, what did you say in Lauren London's DM for her to actually respond? I have to know, bro. Like,
confidential, man.
there's a lot. I know
that's
she gets a lot of DMs, but what did you say to get her attention?
Nah, you know what? She actually reached out through a mutual friend.
Okay.
When I dropped the Crenshaw project.
Yeah.
Because she was wrapping up a TV show.
Okay.
And I guess a lot of the people that was working on the TV shows from LA, and they do rap gifts
Okay.
for rap parties.
Okay.
She got everybody Crenshaw CDs and shirts for the rap party.
Okay.
And then from there, we was locked in and just kept in contact.
And just kept in
via
contact.
the DM. You know what I'm
Via
saying?
the DM.
Yeah.
Yo, so that DM did go a long way, my G.
Went a long way, homie. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
dope.
So,
That's dope.
So see right there, it's a mutual friend. Excuse me. Could be Diddy, you know, because it's obvious that Diddy knew Lauren London way before Nip was even in the picture. So it could have been Diddy that, you know, gave him the alley-oop, like you said. But let's go.
It can be true. So let's go in further and let Nipsey finish telling you about the album.
He chose young nigga. I try to get him more rap niggas because
Oh,
I was referencing the "Hate Me Now" video and what his presence on that record with Nas brought to it. I'm like, look, this the record, this rap niggas. I want you to get on this, put the mink on, get in the video. We gonna make a movie. And he was like, he told me the whole story behind that. He like, bro, I busted a $40 million check a week before I did that movie. So I went, that video.
Wow.
So he like, that's the energy you saw in that video.
Wow.
Like I went and spent all this dough on a chain and we got tigers. He like, 'cause I got the biggest check of my life. Yeah. So he like, we probably ain't gonna be able to recreate that energy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I played the rest of the songs for him, he heard Young Niggas and he chose that record.
Really?
Yeah, so, you know, he just went in the booth and then start,
Take that.
Yeah, start gassing,
Right.
you know? But even still, like, rap niggas, he gave me some real production advice on that record. When I played it for him, it was different than what y'all heard.
He said it wasn't loud enough. Right?
Yeah, and he was like, listen, bro, he pulled up Natural Born Killers by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. He like, this what you going for. This what y'all trying to do on this record. Maximize it, make it sound like this. And we went back in the studio, and I played it for my producers, and then we turned it up and added a synth lead all the way through so it sounded more like West Coast violent, you know what I mean? And I felt what he said after the fact. I was a little upset, like, what you mean? This shit banging. But after I reapproached it, it was room to make the record better.
See, and that's for all those people who say Diddy don't do shit. Like when they say he don't really produce.
Nah, but see me, my understanding of Diddy, this how I look at Diddy, right? All right, think about More Money, More Problems. No disrespect to Big. Big is a legend. So what I'm about to say is not a shot against Biggie. Please don't spin it like that when they hear this. What I'm saying is that, all right, I seen an interview when Biggie had the glasses on, and he was like, yeah, it's more money, more problems. You know what I mean? It come with this shit. That was before the record.
Right.
So who told the songwriter, hey, look, take the Diana Ross melody and take this line, more money, more problems, and end the hook with more money, more problems. And who said that?
Puff?
That was Puff.
Right.
That's production.
Right.
And then presented it to Biggie. And who said sample the Diana Ross I'm Coming Out record? You know what I'm saying? Who said that? That was Puff's decision. And then threw Biggie the alley-oop, and Biggie came with the B.I.G., P.O. That's
PPA.
classic. Yeah. But to catch that alley-oop, I've been an artist. I know what that do. When I think about, damn, we should sample a big record. Then I think about, what can I tell the songwriter for the hook? Then I gotta also do the verse. So that's what I told Puff, bro, throw me some alley-oops like you threw, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen to what I'm saying in my interviews, learn me, get in your Puff Daddy the producer bag and throw me some alley-oops. I'ma catch him. And that was like the original convo we had, you know what I'm saying?
You sampled Hard Knock Life on the album.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, Nipsey spent a lot of time with Diddy. A lot of time with Diddy. And it doesn't sound like, you know, this was a short period of time.
At the studio, finishing up a late night session. We want to just invite everybody to be a part of a glorious weekend because it's official. You know, my brother is putting out the album Victory Lap. He's got All-Star Weekend here in LA. The love is back.
Now, just seeing that picture of Nipsey, let's go back a little bit, right? Let's look back a little bit, right? This is a very tired, I haven't really slept much, I barely gotten my hair done. This is a very focused Nipsey, right? But this Nipsey also tells me that he's been at Diddy's house for quite some time as well.
The All-Star Weekend here in LA. Yeah. The love is back in the air. Yeah, all that. The music is in a certain pocket. I really want y'all to check out this album. You can pre-order that.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother. They were at the house a lot together. I mean, when you're doing music, man, you know, because, you know, I come from a music background, you know, and you just be in there for a long time. Like literally 3-4 hours can pass and you don't even realize until you look at the clock. So I was kind of confused. You see, you know, they were at Diddy's house. Yeah, I don't understand that one, but everybody has their own perspective. I get it and I respect it.
The album right now, come out February 16th. Puff came and really took it to the next level. Do what he do best, arrange the team around what we had, just like maximize it. So February 16th, grab that motherfucker.
So you have to ask yourself, how long was he there? And why was it taking so long to actually elevate the album? Number one. Number
bro, I gotta interject again because it takes a while, man. You know what I'm saying? Like to have a well-rounded album, like it can literally take 10 people, you know, because everybody specializes in something, you know. Then you gotta have the person with the ear that says, hey, you know what? Some piano would sound good right here, and then they bring in the piano player, go ahead and riff, put it in there, say, you know, replay it, you know, mix it in or whatever. So it takes a while. So on that part of things, because I've been through that type of process, being in the studio and all that, it takes a while, man. You take your time and you just get it done, but sometimes it takes a little while to perfect whatever you got going on, you know, your overall project. Let's go.
2, what exactly did they do to elevate the album?
Like I was just saying before, there's all different kind of stuff you can do. Like if you don't have that musical background or been in the studio and seen the process of how a song is made or how albums put together, then you're not going to really, you can kind of be clueless and say that, like, you know, how long is it going to take? It could take a month sometimes. It just depends. So let's go.
If the album was so-called already done. That's right. The album was already done before Diddy touched it.
What y'all hearing? It's the way that I see LA. It's the new LA to me. You know what I'm saying? It's changing the narrative of going and getting that dream and taking control of your own destiny. That part. Victory lap. Yeah.
I see Puff is credited a lot on the album. Talk to me just about how that relationship came to be and manifested.
Yeah, well first I co-produced that last record too.
Crazy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you know I got
another check.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I mean? That part.
Business. Yeah. But yeah, you know, Puff, I brought the album to Puff when it was pretty much done. Just got his feedback, played it top to bottom, just wanted to see what he thought. And he was like, it's room on these records to continue to produce. He like,
you heard it. That album was already done. It was already complete and finished. Literally, one of the only things that got added to that album was the damn flute on young niggas. On rap niggas, excuse me. The flute that was added on rap niggas.
Nah, bro, it was synthesizer, like a synthesizer lead. It wasn't actually a flute. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff they could have done. Excuse me, as far as on the engineering side, mixing side of things. You know, they say he brought in like Scott Storch and what's his name, Mario Winans, I think his name is, and they play mean pianos. So you never know. They could have went in and the different songs, we got different leads or piano leads or piano parts. They could have had them guys go in there and fatten it up, fatten the tracks up a little bit, add some live instrumentation with the digital instrumentation. There's all kinds of stuff. But I get it. When you don't really know the process of doing an album, then, you're going to think like, why you need all this? And, it's already done. And then how long does it take? It just depends on, how much you want to perfect that album, if there's room to do so. So let's go.
That was played on the keys. That wasn't even played at Diddy's house. That was keys played by his homeboy. So it begs the question again. What exactly was even done at that house that had anything to do with mixing and mastering the album?
We had a good convo.
It's kind of like, hey, brother, what you insinuating? You might as well just come out and just say it, bro. What do you think's going on? Because I don't know. Like, I think it was a great opportunity actually for Diddy. I know he was like really, really glad that Nip, invited him to do that, because now he can put so now he has his footprint on the album. He can go down in the credits, get points off of the album, and get paid. So it was like a win-win for Diddy, and then for Nip, it's just experience. He wanted to see how he worked and all that like that, and the promotion, because Diddy has Revolt. So that's why he was airing, the promotion of the album was airing like every 50 minutes on the hour, because, they had that connection, so it was a win for both of them, and that's just my perspective. Everybody has their own, perspective and how they think that things went down, Let's go.
Like Nip, you got potentially a classic album. And
it is a classic album.
It's things we could do to really push it over that limit. And so we just got back in the studio. He called in musicians. He called in the Hitman, his old production squad, Scott Storch, and we just vibed for like 2 weeks and just did little touch-ups, had combos about the records, talked about if we should take any one of the songs off the album, which ones was the favorites and stuff, and then he hopped on Young Niggas. So I respect Puff as a producer, as well as all the other hats he wear, but I think one of his most valuable contributions to hip hop culture has been as a producer.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to tap into that, what he did for Biggie on Life After Death.
Now, some would also say that Puff is also an opportunist. Bad Boy Records was basically non-existent at this point. Still is right now. Think about it. Is there an artist on Bad Boy Records right now that's selling any records? No. The only artist that has a partnership with MMG. Or should I say used to. And that's French Montana. So this was a business move on Diddy's part.
Well, actually, the only artist on Bad Boy right now is King Combs, his son, King Combs, and he's not too bad. He's pretty nice. He's got his daddy's swag and all that. But, yeah, let's go.
Diddy needed an artist to somewhat be on the Bad Boy imprint. Now, of course, Nipsey Hussle owned his own thing, so he wasn't going to be on Bad Boy. But what's the next best thing for Puff? Executive produce the album. Put my whole hand on this album. Boom. I still have credits because I executive produced it.
Yeah, and that's only because, according to the videos, Nip invited him and asked him if he would come and put his hand, on the project. So, I can see on this level right there, Diddy, he wasn't probably even thinking about the project. Nip invited him to be on it and to contribute to it. So, it happens like that, sometimes.
The same thing I did with all the albums on Bad Boy. I executive produced them. That's how I made my money. The executive producer credit.
You know what I'm saying? How cinematic he was able to assist those records that was street records, and from a perspective of an artist that was representing the streets, made something that was such a big commercial product. Absolutely. Without losing 1% of authenticity. I think that's genius. That's a balance not everybody can find.
Right.
And another thing too, with Diddy, you know, of course, you know, he wasn't making beats and all that, but you know, Nip does have a point, because I remember, I think it was in the Biggie movie where he came up, he had those his producers sample I think it was the Big Papa song or whatever. I think it was the Isley Brothers sample. And Big hated it, boy. Like he did not want to do it, you know, according to the movie, if I remember correctly. And you know, and that was Diddy's idea, you know, grab the Isley Brothers record, you know, remix it, blah blah blah. This is how, you know, I want it to sound, and alley-ooped it to Biggie, and Biggie made a hit out of it. So, in that aspect of things, you still do need a person that's more of a creative thinker than a hands-on, like a producer, beat maker, you know, somebody who can do it all and create the music. But you know, people that actually don't create the music have more of a creative mind to put the project together, know what kind of sample or what kind of melody they want to use with it, and then they use their tools and resources to get it done. So, you know, we still do need those type of people, you know, in the studio environment. So I can give Puff that much, you know what I'm saying?
So
made it a movie.
100%.
Made it a movie. I just want to be clear about something. He opened up the full access, all doors for you. Call the hitman. Yeah, hey man, look, Nip about to roll this out.
It ain't never been an artist from the West that got that.
That's where I'm going.
That's the convo we had too, you know. And we ain't say that intentionally, but when I looked around and seen Mario Winans in the building and just a ton of the dope producers, I'm like, damn, you know, you done this for. I know he tapped in with Jay on American Gangster,
right?
And he tapped in with Ross on Mastermind,
right?
But you know, to have him involved in Victory Lap was epic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we gonna leak them sessions later. We got videos from all the sessions.
Yeah, we need all that. Yeah. We need all access.
We was doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. We was keeping the energy.
Who could do the most push-ups out of you or Puff?
Man, I don't know. We wasn't counting. We was just going in. You know what I'm saying?
Get right.
Just
jump up and just get right in the pool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a good dynamic to have in the studio, though.
It was clear that they spent a lot of time together.
Man, you know, I came and pressed play on Puff. I let him hear the whole album, top to bottom.
You saw whose house that was. Not one time have they showed that they've been in a hotel somewhere, that they've been in...
Sir, I just don't understand your logic of why you keep saying that, because nowadays everybody has a studio at their house. You know, people even rarely go to the studio anymore. You know, I got a studio here that I'm talking in right now. Like, I can't even remember the last time I went to a traditional studio. Like, everybody's studio is at the house. But I get where you're going, but it's like, I don't understand why you keep saying that, because studio sessions could be hours. It could be all night long. You can be in the studio for 24 hours straight. So just, you know, get right to it, bruh. Just say what's on your mind and what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Let it out, bro.
In another studio, that they've been at Nipsey's house. This entire time we've seen these documentations and video footage, it has been at Diddy's house. Every last bit of this album in the last days of it was done at Diddy's house. And of course, if this is the almost post-Cassie era, one could almost know what was going on here.
You know, I look at Puff like a Quincy Jones or like a Berry Gordy, or just hip-hop. So I really felt like I did something special.
I don't get it. Like, what do you mean what's going on there? They're in the studio, bro. You know, maybe behind the scenes, you know, there's something going on, but I don't see one female. It don't look like no party environment or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, it would be a different story if you see females in the background kicking and smoke in the air. You know, there's like a couple of them. They're vibing out, just, you know, going through the music or whatever. So, well, I get what you're saying, though, sir. I get what you're saying.
Special with the album.
I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas. Hustle man, a shooter, that's a fact, nigga.
Man, you know, he just listened to every record. He gave me his input on what could make the records that he did comment on all the way classic and just reach their full potential. You know what I mean? It was dope to just vibe to the album, top to bottom with it. It's not driven by rap ambition. It's driven by the need to express as a human, the need to like get shit off your chest and speak on life. It's reflection on a real story and a real path that I've taken, and that, you know, it's unbelievable. It's a real story. My name is Nipsey Hussle. My album's dropping February 16th, 2018.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but all of that studio footage was in bedrooms, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't get why you keep saying the bedrooms, but you know me, without the funny stuff, and if Puff was like, shoot, you want to come to the studio at home, at the house, or you go to the studio and blah 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 on Sunset or whatever, I'll be like, shit, I'll come to the house, bro. You know, it's a more relaxed environment. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can get the shit done. You know, excuse my language, you can get it done. You know, so, but you know, I don't understand why you keep saying that. It's in the bedroom. Most studios are in the bedroom or in their own designated room that could look like a bedroom, you know. But, you know, I get what you're saying. There's been a lot going on with Diddy, with all of the stuff and everything like that. But, you know, I just can't correlate why you're trying to say that right here. But I get it, though. Let's go.
Kind of disrespectful to have a Crip and you have red.
It's just for the vibe. It's just for the vibe. I wouldn't say disrespectful. I mean, he was just wearing all red in that
all these red
interview.
Diddy's house. A lot of drinking. All white rooms of coziness.
They're drinking wine. Or maybe some cognac. There's probably some wine.
Makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. But the other question, the other side of this coin, is Cassie in Lauren London. Right? Now, let's take a look deeper in that other side of the coin. After Nip's passing, there were rumors going around that Diddy had dated Lauren London. Do you guys remember that? There were a lot, and I mean a lot, of rumors going around that Diddy and Lauren London were dating. Because of some pictures that Diddy had posted. Where did he get those pictures from? But let's take a trip down memory lane of those dating rumors, shall we?
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be telling you about how Miss Lauren London got little P. Diddy together with the quickness. So let's get into this. So P. Diddy, I don't know if he bored, if he ain't got nothing to do. He trying to draw up controversy because he's starting the new Making the Band series again. I don't know what the case. But today he decided to do a post and delete, and he alluded or tried to make it seem as though him and Miss Lauren had something going on. And shortly after he posted up his photos making it seem like they had something going on, well, you know, the blogs start picking it up and start swirling dating rumors. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that was posted. He started off with this photo right here where it's her walking away and you know, he kind of gazing in the background, and he titled it #Lost Files, and then he put a heart, a blue heart, and he added Lauren London. Then he had additional photos with this, and this is what the other photos look like. So he also had this where they're looking at each other. And then you see people even commented like, whoa, Nipsey's watching. And then he also had this, okay, this is the same one where you could see it a little bit closer of, you know, her laughing and him looking or whatever. And like I said, the dating sites, or the blogs, I'm sorry, started to pick this up. So Media Takeout, of course, they picked this up, and it said, Diddy rumored to be dating Nipsey Hussle's widow, Lauren London. So after they posted up that, there was other people who picked it up as well. This place called Sid Scott ENT Newsfeed, it says, Diddy rumored to be dating Lauren London. Rumors have been flying about the relationship status of Diddy and Lauren London. According to Gossip Hub Media Takeout News, the NYC media mogul and widow of the late Nipsey Hussle are romantically linked, blah, 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 blah. So blogs started picking it up. And so immediately, Lauren was like, hold up, pause, stop, and don't fucking play with me or my man. So she took to her Instagram and she said, stop fucking playing with me and my name. Now let me get back to my healing. So in the caption she said, I'm all love and peace, but never forget, I'm a woman in grief and I don't play about Nip, my family, my character, and code. About to drink a green juice and start the day though. And then she followed that up with another post that says, was a picture of Nipsey Hussle, and it says, still his, King Ermias, never forget.
Now, let's think about this, though. Remember that post. Stop playing with my fucking name, right? Of course, everyone would assume that she had Diddy take it down. Let's get one thing clear. No one above Diddy has Diddy thinking that anyone is above Diddy. So, Diddy was not forced by anyone to take that picture down. What Diddy did was take the picture down to save face of the truth of things. Because if things were to get a little bit sticky.
The truth of things, which is what, sir? Like, I don't get it. Like, sometimes I guess we can, like, blow things out of proportion. I don't know. For me, looking at I mean, you can look at that photo shoot with Diddy and Lauren London, you know, a couple different ways. Like me, when I look at it, I see it as him, like, you know, because there's really not a timeline to when this was taken. Obviously, it was probably taken after Nip's passing, but you know, that could have been, he could have been like, hey girl, I'm gonna get you out the house, you know, make you feel better. Let's do a little photo shoot, you know, to get you going. You know, you need to get back out there, start casting for movies or blah, blah, blah. You know, he could have been, you know, like an older brother figure, you know, trying to get her going because she's, you know, depressed behind Nip or whatever. Or, you know, it could be possibly that maybe they are messing around, maybe. Who knows? You'll never know. But, you know, like I said before earlier in the video, that just from seeing all the videos, the pictures and all that, Lauren London knew Diddy way before Nip. Like, her and Cassie have been friends for over like a decade. So, if anything, it could be possible. You know, they could have had dealings with each other way, like, you know, way before Nip. You know, like you said, it could have been possible that Lauren London, Cassie, and him had some escapades together. You never know. They look pretty close in some of those pictures, but you never know, you know. But hey, everybody has their own perspective of the way they see things. So let's go. I ain't knocking you.
Which is why those pictures were even left up. That is why Diddy took them down. Lauren only said anything. But
I think he probably took them down because, you know, Lauren did say, you know what, it's not giving off the right vibes. You know, people are starting to say different things, and you know, we're not trying to give them that idea that, you know, something's going on. So let's just go ahead and take it down. You know, it could be possible that maybe that could be the case, but you know, it's got to be a 50-50 thing because we don't know for sure. You know, but I don't think so. You know, but it's possible. Anything is possible, right? So let's go.
Because the blogs did nothing but chew it up that she was dating someone else after Nipsey. That is the only reason Lauren had to say something. Other than that, she had said nothing to those pics. Now, let's also take a deeper dive look, okay? Let's take a look at these pics, shall we?
Yeah, I see that as like, get yourself out the house, boo. Let's go and let's do a photo shoot, right? You know.
But what's this? Hashtag Lost Files. At Lauren London. With a blue heart. Now, one could say, oh, the blue heart was because it's the brother love and the sister love. But no. The blue heart was to symbolize Nipsey. If you didn't read between the lines there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this doesn't look like the subtle, we just caught them off guard photos. This looks like a full-on photo shoot, does it not? Why would Lauren...
Yeah, it is a photo shoot, and from my recollection, I don't think I've seen it in like any magazines or anything of that nature. Like I said, I think it was just something Diddy did for Lauren London probably early on after Nip's death to, you know, try to pick her spirits up, try to, you know, raise her confidence, you know, to get back to work. And because I'm sure, you know, Nip, I'm sure he didn't want her, you know, just sitting around sulking, you know, because eventually, you know, you have to pick up the pieces when you lose a loved one and get back to regular life, because that's, you know, that's what they would want you to do. So, you know, I kind of see this as, you know, he was trying to get her out the house, make her feel good about herself, do a little, you know, photo shoot, probably took her shopping and got her some stuff. But like I said, anything is possible, or it could be the whole other thing, you know, which I hope not. But hey, with what's going on with Diddy and all these accusations, you know, lately and all that, like, man, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just hoping it's not that. You know what I'm saying?
In London be doing a photo shoot with Diddy? Number one. Number two, why did Diddy have to take them down? Number three, why are they now lost files?
Dun, 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 dun. Like,
remember when we talked about earlier that Cassie and Lauren London were best friends? Could it be that Lauren London and Cassie were, you know, a part of those freak-offs together?
Quite possible.
Could it be, or should I say, that
That's
Lauren
possible.
London was in some of those freak-offs?
It's possible.
With Cassie.
It is very possible.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If one is best friends with Cassie.
True.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a story or allegation of Diddy smacking one of Cassie's best friends?
I can't picture it to be Lauren London, though.
I wonder. one has to really ask the question. What's the real relationship between Diddy and Lauren London? Well, another video would make you ask the same question.
Uh-oh. What
Wait, I didn't even want to get dressed. I was gonna wear sweats.
Did you? Were you really?
Did somebody? Like, I'm not getting. Yeah.
Did somebody pull you aside?
Somebody pulled me aside. Puff.
Really?
Puff pulled me aside and was like, "Look, bud."
Who? Now, if you also didn't catch that, "Look, Bug" was something Nipsey used to say to her. Bug is something her close people say to her.
Right, which I have to say is that she been knew Puff though. He was probably calling her Bug before Nip was calling her Bug, because he knew her way longer than Nip. But let's go. I ain't gonna hold y'all like that.
Bug has always been her nickname from the neighborhood. How does Diddy know that? Number
Cassie.
one. Number two. Out of all of the people, and I mean all of the people, you were about to wear sweats to your late husband's funeral. That's another thing. You're about to wear sweatpants to your late husband's funeral. That's the thing. Just to show how, now, some people could say, oh, she just was in grieving. That's a lack of care, okay? Call a spade a fucking spade.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you to a certain degree, but once again, you don't know. Everybody grieves differently, as far as how they express their emotions or whatever. But you never know. She could have been so messed up mentally, she just didn't feel like doing that. Matter of fact, she probably didn't even want to go to the funeral to face the fact that her now husband, kids of, her father of her children is gone forever. I've been through, losing somebody close to you, and it puts you in a slump to where you don't want to do nothing. She's maybe just in a mental slump. Was like, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to face this. I'm going to just throw on some sweats and a t-shirt and get it over with. You never know. It's not that she didn't care per se about Nip and about him passing, because I can't say it's that. I can't do that. But everybody has their own perspective. Let's go.
That is a lack of care if you were planning to wear sweats and you didn't care to go to that funeral. You knew that funeral was going to be at the Staples Center, I believe. A huge venue at that. But you didn't care and you were going to wear sweats? Okay, you're grieving in depression. Okay, let's put that factor in it. But let's put this other factor in it. Why is Diddy the main person that consoled you and told you not to wear sweats? You mean to tell me Lala, Black Sam, Nipsey Hussle's brother that is close to you, uncle to your kids, he didn't tell you not to wear sweats?
Well, I mean, maybe their relationship with, Black Sam and her isn't on that kind of level. They might have, great respect for each other, love each other as, him being brother-in-law, but, maybe they just weren't on that kind of deep level to where he could tell her something like that, or she would even come to him to say, I don't feel, I'm gonna just wear sweats. You just never know. Diddy, it seems like she's known Diddy like since Cassie dropped that first single, so I can see them having some kind of friendship relationship, and like you were saying, it could have been more and it could be more, but I kind of get why he's involved, because he was in the picture before Nip was.
But no. Of all the names you could have named, Diddy was the one that told you to not wear sweats. Huh. Again, we have to ask, how does Diddy have access to Lauren London?
You have showed everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. But Puff was more, you know.
Now, why would he mind you sharing that? Especially the way that you said it just now. That's your responsibility. To hold him down in death right now. That's the way she emphasized that. And then followed it up with, I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that.
He's like a real brother.
Once again, I don't really see nothing bad with that. Maybe it's just because, that was something that was personally said to each other, in confidence or whatever, just like any other consensual, like, personal conversation you have with somebody, whether it's in a positive manner or a derogative manner or whatever. You expect the other person not to just go on national, TV or go online and just spit out their personal business or something personally they said to you. So I think it was just in general, she was just saying, I hope you don't mind me, telling the world something he told me in confidence. I don't really see that as no red flag or nothing, but hey, let's go.
Been through a lot of loss too.
Right. So he was like, you show up.
Angie saved her ass with he's been through a lot of loss. Because the first thing that came out her mouth was Diddy is like a brother.
Because he heard, I don't know who told Puff I was.
Somebody called Puff. Somebody called Puff.
Again, how does she have so much access to her? So this wasn't I just saw her, or she happened to call me, or someone said something. This was someone told Puff, and Diddy got access to her to tell her not to wear sweats.
Somebody in your family or your team called Puff, like, talk to Lauren.
Because I was like, I'm wearing whatever.
Now, again, Angie even made it worse just now, kind of. How does Diddy get the word to say, yeah, you be the one to talk to Lauren?
I'm not supposed to this. I was like giving that. And so he was like, no, show up. Show up with your head up. So I
show up with your head up.
Really think God just carried me through that because I don't know how. Wait, I didn't even want to get dressed.
As they say, the eyes are also the window to the soul.
Not sure what you mean by that, but all right. Let's go.
I don't know, y'all.
She ain't got no shades on or nothing.
You guys tell me.
I don't know. I think it was. I don't know. Now, they've been friends for.
Again, another picture from Diddy's house.
What? How you know that's at Diddy's house, bro? You see trees in the background.
Questions have to be asked.
Boom. This picture right here. This picture right here. This is probably like a pre-Nip days before she even got with Nip. So that shows right there that them three, they already had a dynamic going on, right? And it could have been on some friendship dynamics, but on certain nights, they pop some mollies and and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you can see the dynamic right here of what's really going on. You can really see it. And it is what it is. In the entertainment world, they do a lot of freaky stuff. You know, like the normal people do. Normal people, married people do freaky stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the entertainment industry, you know, we've all seen them, you know, videos of multiple celebs and what they do behind closed doors. Blah, blah, blah. So, but this picture right here really explains it and shows that them three already had a dynamic before Nip was even in the picture.
Because then how does one do a photo shoot with this? Matching jackets, even. All three. Matching jackets. Lauren was definitely closer to Diddy than she wants to lead on.
That's possible. Could be very true.
That part is becoming extremely evident.
I can't disagree with you, bro.
Seeing again here at the launch.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That looks like Melissa Ford.
Again,
like
together.
Lauren London. That looks
All
like
three.
Melissa Ford, yeah?
Look where Lauren is.
I don't think that's Lauren. I think that's Melissa Ford, but anyway.
Now here's where things get tricky.
So,
who's that?
It's a little provocative, little provocative
Now,
here.
Let's break down this picture a little bit. Matching teal. Okay. The hand is beside both of them. We know Cassie is definitely not with him.
This is where the tough part of the video kind of begins. With me anyway, because I have great admiration for Nip. The things he accomplished on the time, you know, he was on this earth. Like, he seemed like he was a really solid individual. And just like a lot of us, you know, when we found out the news he actually had been killed, it was just like unbelievable. Like, my heart dropped. Like, it felt like I actually, you know, lost one of my homies here in Vegas or something. It just felt bad and wrong, and it was messed up. But the allegations and all that, looking at this picture, it makes me revert back to a certain time frame. I think it was maybe earlier this year. But let's keep playing before I show that clip, because I don't want to show that clip, but it makes your mind, you open up that third eye and you kind of think beyond the spectrum, and you know, anything could be possible, right? You just never know. You'll never know, but anything could be possible. But let's keep seeing what bro's saying.
And we know who Lauren London is supposed to be with at this time. Or possibly with. Or she could be with no one at this time. Right? So.
And with that being said, I don't know. Her and Cassie are really, they're standing mad close. Like, I don't know. Friends don't usually like embrace each other like that unless something else could be going on. And then this random dude, he do look like he could be like an escort. Like he got escort written all over him, all the way down to his hard bottom shoes or whatever he got on, maybe some Versace's or something. But I want to show y'all this clip though. It was on the Clubhouse. You know, I did the Clubhouse thing for a little while, but it's just too toxic. I couldn't do it anymore. But I remember I was frequenting Clubhouse around this time, and Whack 100 with the video. And I hope it's not true. I mean, but hey, I don't know. So let's check it out. Oh boy, here we go.
His career, bro. Nipsey got gang shit on him, bro. Also on my mom. This stuff, we got all the footage. Wow. Yeah, nigga, he paying a nigga to fuck his baby mama with him. His baby mama sucking the other nigga's dick. Nipsey behind the bitch fucking her. He pulls his dick out the bitch, go grab the bitch by her hair, pull her mouth off the nigga's dick, cuck kiss the bitch, and put her mouth back on the dick. Neighborhood career. We got all the footage, bro.
I think that's where it gets a little disrespectful.
Wow. Let me hurry up and get back out of there. Whoa. Yeah. So, with the allegations with Diddy and Cassie, and Diddy hiring somebody to come in to do whatever, that it made me remind me of that little section, time period where Whack 100 came out and said that he has a tape, of Nip doing that. And I hope that's a whole lie. But when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, and if you heard Cassie's lawsuit paperwork and what Diddy used to do, then I can't be surprised at it, but you are, because you look at a person in a certain light that they wouldn't do certain things, but you never know what people do behind closed doors, right? So, man, I hope that was a lie, a fake story.
Begs the question. Because if Lauren London was with no one before Nipsey, who was this? Remember the allegations of the male sex workers from Cassie? That's right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of those male sex workers.
And Cassie's toenails are white, painted white too. Sheesh.
That just
I can't
happened
see
to
Lauren
be out
London's
in the
toes,
nighttime with them.
but they're probably white too. Damn.
As you can see, this night was about to come to an end. With
About
him
to
still
start.
being there. And we know who else is there.
Who?
We know who else is also there.
Who is it?
That's right. You have to ask yourself the question, how does that happen? A few people that I've analyzed this picture with have all said the same thing in the very beginning of the looking at this picture from first glance. How is it that Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle are in a couple at this time, but Diddy is in the middle of the picture? As if he, I don't know, barged his way in? Excuse me. Let me get in this picture right here. But even if you do, you stand on the side of Nipsey. You don't move Nipsey out the way and put your arm around Lauren as if Lauren's yours. Are we following here?
Yes, sir. I'm following you. Yeah. I have to agree with you on that. Like, this picture does look off. I'm like, bro, like you all up on my wife, bro. You taking a picture like that? That's your wife, man. So that would kind of bother me as a husband, and you guys both have a mutual friend. But this mutual friend kind of seemed like he's more than a mutual friend. Like, and then you're mentally kind of conflicted about it. That's what it looks like to me. Looking at the picture at Nip, he don't look mad, but he looks like a little aggravated. You know what I'm saying? That, You know, probably in his mind's eye, especially if Diddy was the one that plugged those two together. You know, that's kind of got to mess with you mentally as a man. You know, being that it's obvious that Lauren London knew P. Diddy way, way before Nip was even thought about. So with that being said, and then if Diddy was the actual person that got them two connected, it's like, man, it's a double-edged sword almost. Like, you know, this man helped you out with his album, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, man, this dude might have been having relations long before you was even thought about. And so, you know, and that's a rough thing, I guess, to go through, you know, being that, you know, now that's your wife, but, you know, you already know that they used to do stuff. You know, that's a hard pill to swallow. But, yeah, this is a crazy picture. Like, dude, why are you in between them, dude? I'd have been like, look at Nip's hand is on his shoulder, bro. Nip probably want to grab him by the side of his neck and squeeze it. Like, man, get out of the way, bro. Like, what you doing, man? Look at Lauren London's face. But she looks like she's affected somehow. You know, you could tell, you could just look that smile, that kind of smile. You know, she looks uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Out of all expressions, hers say the most. She looks mad uncomfortable.
And Nipsey just looks the most uncomfortable of faces in this picture.
I think Lauren London's face.
This is probably the most uncomfortable I've ever seen Nipsey be in a picture.
Yeah, because he ain't really smiling. Like I said, he's probably like
Lauren,
aggravated.
of course, taking the picture. You can see in her face. I'm not going to say anything. I'll say it to you after. But you shouldn't have barged in.
Oh, yeah, man.
There is not a single smile here in this picture. Let's also be clear.
I think that was at the Rock Nation brunch.
There is not a smile in this picture. So after all the further details we have gone to conclusion to, one has to ask the question, what is the real relationship between Diddy and Lauren London?
We'll
Further,
never know.
What's the real relationship between the three of them? Was there a business arrangement made? I wonder. With this picture being taken, and if I had to take, I don't know, using the heads going up, right? I would want to think that Nipsey, God rest his soul, was not necessarily in a freak off, but in a situation to where he would need to get something from Diddy. Right? Are we following along here? Diddy, the opportunist he is, you heard it, he called in all the big guns, right? He called in all the big guns for victory lap. Why did he do that? Why would he do that? Better question, what would be Diddy's incentive for doing it? You go down further to the left of the picture. Because it's not just the executive producing of it. If that is the case, Diddy would not have put those pictures out after Nipsey passed. Let's be clear. Those pictures were posted, Lost Files, hashtag Lauren London, Blue Heart, after Nipsey passed. Subliminally in all white. but in black and white tone. Very spooky. Very spooky. Because I know what a lot of you are thinking. What if 1 and 2 equaled 3? Right? What if 1 and 2 equaled 3? It didn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Because then you have to ask yourself, well, what's in it for Nipsey? What is in it for Nipsey? Nipsey wanted to, of course, as he's always said, better the community. He's always wanted to just simply better the community. And Diddy promised him that he could do that. Not just with the production of the album, but a lot of people don't know that Revolt TV had a bigger hand in the Marathon clothing picking up the way it did.
All right, welcome back everybody to Successful Ladies Live. And I really am kind of starting to feel sorry for Snoop because I can see that Jay-Z and P. Diddy are running things. And although knowing to the fact that if they didn't own their own business, they would be a worker bee like everyone else. So the easiest way to keep the masses under control is to constantly tell the masses that someone else controls their destiny. 90+% of millionaires puffy.
Let's go further into the Revolt situation, right? Watch this.
Ownership.
So that's really what excites me, to see the new talent. I look at people that are coming in to learn, I'm looking at them as new talent. I used to be looking for the next Biggie, the next Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the next Puff. I'm looking for that next executive, that next manager, that next creator.
Notice that all of the titles that he used are people that work for someone else. He said he's looking for the next Puffy, but he's not looking for the next Puffy because the next Puffy would be in direct competition with him. P. Diddy has always made his money pillaging other people's talents. He's never there to train you to become himself.
A future entrepreneur. AT&T and Revolt would like to invite you to the meeting, the Revolt Summit, happening in Atlanta and LA. I want to see y'all there.
So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Exhibit A. For GA pricing, it's $199.50. For VIP pricing, it was $649.50 to actually attend the event where he said he was looking for the next manager, the next executive. He didn't even give bullet points to tell you guys what you were going to get at this event.
Of course not. Because the whole thing was to sell, 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 sell. Similar to this one.
Nipsey scam definitely has a 100 or 300% return on.
I need to go back just a little bit. But
all this stuff becomes a scam.
Nip could have taken his money and opened up a store anywhere.
I remember this little commercial because they literally, if you watched Revolt TV at the time, they literally aired this shit every, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Every 3 or 4 videos or every single commercial break, you literally saw this ad every single hour of the fucking day.
Let me just say on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, this is the biggest grand opening of any business anywhere in Southern California today.
So now as this rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper, we start to see who the key players are in keeping the most impoverished black people at the bottom, reaching for their goal at the top. The Tupac scam clearly did not work, but the Nipsey scam definitely has a 100 or 300% return on their investment. In this picture right here, you have Nipsey Hussle with Idris Sandu, the gentleman in the black shirt, all black shirt, that actually helped him to get the geofencing technology available and put into the products that he had at the Marathon clothing store. Now, it's my thoughts that Nipsey actually brokered this deal with Idris Sandu all on his own. And when Jay-Z and Roc Nation and everybody found out about the geofencing technology, they wanted to silence and keep Nipsey from being able to go forward with this idea for years to come. So they invested in his Marathon clothing store, helped him to relaunch the clothing store, which is exactly what you're going to see in this video. It wasn't a launch, it was a relaunch. The clothing store already existed right there at that corner lot. And so the scam began. Nipsey wanting to have a better life, wanting to go ahead and get his business to the next level. He had always talked about the shootings in the parking lots and the poverty. Thought that this would be a great idea to partner with Roc Nation and Jay-Z and all these cronies, when really in the end, all they wanted to do was steal his ideas.
This was always one of our dreams.
Yeah, you know what? That's it's digressing. I think that last part of the video is segueing into the reason, or maybe a reasoning why Nip was assassinated. I think all this section from the video on needs to be like a whole new video on the conspiracy, you know, because I have my own, you know, thoughts and reasons why I think, you know, Nip was killed, you know, but we'll never know. But all you can do is just grab whatever you have of the facts and make your own determination. But this video was pretty much about Diddy, the relationship between Nipsey Hussle, Lauren London. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up. I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this video if you wanted to check out the very last part. It's kind of interesting, and, you know, it's good, you know. You have to check it out for yourself or whatever, make that determination. But I'm gonna be doing reaction videos. I do actual reaction videos on evictions as well. You know, I only do reactions on stuff that, you know, touches me in a certain way, and it gives me that inspiration to make content about it. So anything that you see on my channel, as far as reaction, it's just not any old thing. It's something that I'm really passionate about. So with that being said, if you can like, you know, possibly subscribe, would be very awesome. AD, known as AD Beats LV. I'm out of Vegas. So I appreciate you. If you're still here and you watched all the content, I'm so grateful for it. And I'll definitely see you on the next one. Peace.